6, 5, 4, 3, 2, are you ready?
Welcome to, we hit the subscribe button. Welcome to Throwdown Thursday. I am going to have to fix this camera. It is driving me absolutely crazy. I got Ricky and Mr. Puffers, and we got Scotty, two bodies.
Yes, sir.
What's up, boys? Go ahead and talk amongst yourself on the camera.
Yeah, fix your damn camera, fix your face. You're bleeding everywhere. You've
Now,
hardly
ladies and gentlemen,
yourself.
Jason is just trying to find the best angle for the camera so the light reflects right off of his bald head and blinds you all as the viewers.
Listen, if I don't look good, you guys don't look good. So if I look like shit, they're going to start looking at you more often.
That just makes us look better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I decided, you know, I like to do my hair before before the show, and I've hard weighed myself underneath my nose. So pardon me if I pass out during the video. Just talk amongst yourself.
Well, that ambulance comes by around 6 o'clock.
Ricky and I can run this thing without you. The only thing we can't do is stop the program. So
yeah, it might just keep running with.
Yeah.
So, what's up, boys? How's your week going so far?
Busy, but you know, hey, it's it is what it is. Got a lot of good wrestling to talk about, so that's the fun part.
Lots of good wrestling. Wrestling we know something about, and some we don't know anything about, which is normal.
Hey,
Yep.
So, we our last video had a hell of a run. We were up to almost 800 views. Yay! All right.
Oh, yeah.
Keep liking. Hey, listen. Keep liking and
crazy.
subscribing on YouTube.
I woke up at like 6 o'clock yesterday, and we were under 100 views, and then was it 3 o'clock in the morning? We were like 500.
Yeah, it went absolutely apeshit crazy. So
somebody must be bored in the middle of the night.
This is because they keep coming back. They want to hear my views and my opinions because Scott is always right. Is
that what it is? Scotty's always right.
That's what it is.
Scotty's always about to lose his phone again because he's about to flip upside down. I feel it.
All right. Am I really
going to here in a second? You're already starting.
All right.
I gotta get on the live real quick because this shit is hilarious.
Yeah. So I think you already.
There was.
And it's gone.
There was a shot from the last one. I should have screenshotted it where he's flipped upside down and his mouth is hanging open.
So great. So great. Oh, blank screen Scotty. So we're just going to tell everybody that Scotty has lost power. That's just going to tell everybody. Scotty just lost power.
He's got to angle that cereal.
I am the savior. Decided to switch from Facebook over to here. I am the savior. Who are you on Facebook? And welcome, by the way. Welcome over to the tube.
So I brought out Old Faithful. So hopefully this won't happen again.
Okay. Does that require you to take your pants off when you do that?
No, I brought out the ice pack, so hopefully that should help correct the problem.
I've been telling you to do that for weeks.
Scotty's got the ice pack.
Have that thing handy.
Oh, the GOAT, Austin Blackthorn, new up and coming star of ATCW and surrounding area. What's up, man? Now I'm going back to fourth. Okay, I like it. All right, well, make sure you like them all. All right, share this video, share our YouTube, share it all. Make sure you go like, subscribe, ring the bell. I thought since we're getting some new people, I thought that we would go ahead and reintroduce ourselves. As I bleed all over myself, we're going to reintroduce ourselves. So, Ricky, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Some of our new subscribers, new viewers.
Man, I've been watching wrestling for freaking ever. Since probably I was damn near in diapers. maybe stopped a little bit over the years after the Attitude Era and got back into it. And then I met these crazy assholes through work and Jason, because he knows everybody. And then we started up the hard way. Well, I was a late entry to it because I didn't know if I'd have time because I work a full-time job overnight. So yeah. And I got
So you fell in love and you just quit your job is what I'm hearing. Is that what you're
oh,
saying?
no, I didn't quit my job, unfortunately, and I got this fat asshole all the time.
Speaking of, Scotty, tell everybody how you got started, how we got started, how who you are, what you're about. Give us some sexy details of Scotty.
Well, if people don't know me by now, then you're just crap out of luck. So no, guys, Scotty Too Hottie, the man, the I'm always right. Just so y'all know. No,
Scotty's always right. Scotty's always
Scotty
right.
doesn't know.
No, just like Ricky, I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, about 5 years old. Loved watching, the original like Hogan era, Bret Hart, the early Bret Hart stuff. Lost it for a while, and because I never had cable growing up, so when I got it back in the Attitude Era, and just have gone with it ever since, and met up with Jason randomly through work, and he and I would stand down the chip aisle, and he'd be stocking chips, arguing wrestling for hours on end. And we ended up, he just kept saying, "We got to start a podcast. We got to start a podcast." And boom, lo and behold, Hardway was born. And, like Ricky, Jason, and I have been having a blast doing this ever since.
Definitely.
Right on. All right, so yes, that's how I've met these guys. I work for the #1 chip company in the world. I'm not gonna name, but if you're Frito Lay,
is better. Utz is better.
Utz is better. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that if you look at the sales. But
Scotty, it don't matter what chips on your plate, you're eating it.
Scotty, yeah, for sure. I've seen it. I work for a prominent chip company, and I think I met Ricky first years ago. And I don't even know that we even talked about wrestling ever, or we rarely even talked because, dudes are dickheads, right? We just,
I think it was overhearing of something. And then it was like, what, you like wrestling? I don't get it.
Well, you know what it was? It was, you have some guys that work overnight with you that are constantly yelling shit out.
Oh, we woo across the store.
Right, woo across the store. I'd hear the guy in the next aisle go, "Oh, you didn't know," and then I would finish the line, and I was like, "What is going on right now?" So that's how I met Ricky through work, and we just got to talk about wrestling. But Scotty and I have been chatting about wrestling for ever now, and we've been arguing the Rock at WrestleMania for the last 3 years, and Scotty's finally going to be right. I believe. We'll see. We don't know yet.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Scotty and I decided that we were going to say, "Hey man, let's do a YouTube video. Let's do a podcast." We didn't even do the podcast yet. The podcast has only been around since, I want to say, October. But we've been going since March, so it'll be a year coming up here in a couple months. So we've been doing this. So we started it with another gentleman named Wyatt. Wyatt has since kind of moved on, and Ricky kind of jumped in the middle there, and it was the four of us for a bit, and then now it's just the three of us, and we have a cast of characters that come in. We got local indie guys, local indie promoters, owners of wrestling companies, hardcore guys, lightcore guys, soft porn. Well, you name it, we got it. That's what we do here at Hardway Wrestling, and every once in a while, we hardway ourselves right before the video, and we bleed. So that is for all you new listeners. Thank you so much for joining us and subscribing. We can't do this without you. Now, I've set a goal. For Hardway Wrestling for this year. Now we have another channel or another guy that we don't do business with, but I've done stuff on their podcast before. Is Independent Rewind. They are at 701 or whatever, 701 subscribers, and we are at 218, right?
Yep.
By the end of the year, I want to beat them. That is my goal for this year. Now I was going like, hey, our goal is we're 250. Let's go to 300. Let's go to 350. Fuck that shit. We want to go all the way to 700 immediately before the end of the year, and we can't do it without you. Those guys have been around a lot longer than we have been, and I want to prove that we're better. They're the Utz of videos, right? And that's what I want. That's what I want us to get here. I want us to be above 700 by the end of the year. Will we get there? I don't know. It's been almost a year coming up, and we're around close to 220. So I think we can do it, boys. What do you think?
I think
Definitely.
it's doable. I think it's doable.
So with that being said, right, our videos are starting to get lots of views, 700 views, 1.2K views. I actually think it's because I'm pretty. But it might not be. Maybe somebody accidentally went to type in YouPorn and typed in hard way into the browser and whatever, and it just came up, wasn't what they thought it was going to be, and ended up being Scotty's face instead of a big vagina. Anyway, with followers is going to be comments, right?
Yep.
And we ask you, say, hey, listen, if you like us, you hate us, tell us. We don't care. We want to hear it. I love comments.
Talk to us.
And most of our stuff has been great. We get a lot of good positive comments, and that's what we are. We try to be a positive YouTube, positive podcast. We don't like to shit on wrestling. We do. We shit on different things about wrestling, but we try to be positive, right? Because these guys don't. These guys aren't in it. I'm actually one of the things I didn't mention. I work for multiple indie companies. I'm a manager for ATCW, Voltage Wrestling, TCW, USW. I mean, you name it. Well, I mean, not AEW yet, but as of
Prince Anna.
as soon as he gets snapped, I'm in, right? Anyway, I work for multiple. I've taken bumps. I've given bumps. I've thrown chairs. I've split people open. I've been split open. I understand.
You got punched out by a referee.
Got punched out by a referee. That was damn you, Brandon.
And super kicked by one. Or a ring
I got
announcer.
thrown out of the ring by Santa Claus. I've been beaten up by women. And that was actually my personal life, but we won't go into that. So I understand a lot of the business. I'm learning every day different things. 1998, I got into the business. Started trained for 6 months, 7 months. Got injured. Was out of commission for a while. Started a family in that time, and wrestling just kind of didn't fit in anymore. So I kind of got away from the business. Kind of fell out with the promoter about it because he wasn't very understanding, whatever. 2019, I think, I got back into it. A guy that I play cards with, the Chucky Manson. I'd been saying to him for years, like I was in awe because I knew who Chucky was, because Chucky was a guy that was down at the school when I was down at the school, but I was a lot younger. Chucky's an old fuck. So
I'm an old fuck too, so you know.
I kept, yeah, but he's really old. Like he used to write on stone tablets. I had said to him and say, hey man, I'd love to come to a show sometime. I'd love to do some work for you. Of course, everybody says that to wrestling guys, and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then I just badgered him enough where he brought me in, and I guess he thought I did great work or good enough work that he kept me around. So, and I'm cheap, so that helps. So that's, I mean, I've kind of got reintroduced into the business, and I've been flying high as the manager of the year, the gold standard, Jonathan Cross. You can follow him on Facebook too if you want. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at. So when we say, hey, go like, subscribe, leave a comment, we know it's not always going to be positive. So I got one here today. And here's where you're going to find out about me. Most things don't bother me, right? I put a ton of work into this. I spent 2.5, almost 3 hours a day getting all this shit together, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't want to take up the first 15 minutes of this fucking show about this. But anyway, when I feel like I'm being shit on, or my guys, I can make fun of Scotty or Ricky all day long, but if you fucking make fun of them, I'm coming.
Oh boy.
Fucking coming. Anyway, I got a comment because we did a little update on Charlotte Flair. Sorry, I'm still bleeding here. We did a update on Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan's problems with driving through Florida with weed. And yeah, we do updates, right? We don't reinvent the wheel, right? We all learn and hear things all day long. I have certain people that don't follow those other wrestling groups. There's a million of them out there. Sean Ross Sapp is fucking amazing. Fightful Select, best $5 in the business. If you can go subscribe to them, go fucking do it. We're giving it to you for free for now. We're giving it to you for free. So we culminate, we take things, we hear things, we see things. I have some insider stuff that I give out. There are things that I'm not allowed to say. I hear things all the time. It makes me mad. I'm not allowed to say things, but
we're very opinionated.
But we
like to share our opinions.
You're right. This is an opinion. Speaking of, Fightful Select just popped up on my phone. We are an opinion show. What we do is we give our opinion on things. We like, and most of the time it's funny opinions, right? We try to keep it light and have a good time and make jokes. We're not real. Again, the negativity. There's enough negativity out there that we don't need to give it all the time. We try to be funny. We have segments on. We got new segments on the show. We got the Eye of Scotty, and we got Wow, which will be today at some point. So we try to bring a little different aspect or an angle to wrestling that some people just don't give, right? We're not just talking.
And we love to engage with our fans on here.
Absolutely.
We post poll questions on our Facebook page. We try and get you guys involved in our chats, in our live videos.
Wait a minute. Hold on one sec. You said we bring a new angle to wrestling, right? Kurt Angle?
No, the angle is when your phone flips upside down.
Ricky gets the joke. You were too drunk that night to remember that.
Oh man, you were losing that one.
No. I remember being said. It was just the other. It was just. I mean, I'm old, but I wasn't that hammered.
He was still awake.
I was still awake. I stayed awake the whole time.
You did.
So with good comments, which we get a lot of good comments, comes bad comments.
Yep.
So we got this comment from a guy named Alpha Omega 4721. I guess Alpha Omega 4720 and 19 and 18 were taken. I guess I don't fucking know. He says, and I quote, "This isn't an update. You watched another YouTube channel and ripped off someone else's content because you have nothing better to do with your life because it has no meaning."
Oh shit!
Now, Alpha Omega, can I call you Alf? I'm going to call you Alf.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, Alf, yes, you're right. I have nothing better to do to my life. I have zero. I sit here in my office staring at my toys and my pictures, and I grab a pizza cutter every once in a while, put a video up, and I got nothing better to do but to entertain you. And Alf, man, I appreciate the comment because, like I said a few minutes ago, do we make up this stuff? Did Liv Morgan call me and say, "Hey, man, can you bail me out?" I was like, I mean, I would. I'd fucking jump right on a plane.
And you take her right to the basement.
Right to the basement with Carmella. No. She didn't call me. Charlotte did not call me and say, "Hey, my knee's doing better. I'm 4 days into rehab, and I'll be back by next week." Right? Charlotte's not telling me that shit. We take information from other companies or other groups and we compile it together with our own information or with our own thoughts or own whatever. And we bring it to you. Alf, I appreciate because somehow, Alf, you saw it 13 other places and then you saw it with us and decided to tear us apart. That's fine, Al. I got one thing to say, Al. And I can speak for these boys right here. Make sure you go like and subscribe and ring that bell. Because every time that we have a comment or we have a video that goes up, I know, Al, right here. Look into my blood. You want to know. You want to know what's going on, even though you've already heard it 13 times. You want to know what's going on, right? And we are no different than ESPN listening to Adam Scheffler, who reported something 13 seconds ahead of time, and they reported it on ESPN, and go to Bleacher Report. We are no different. This is how the game works, right? And
Pretty much.
again, we could be just like the rest of them and just spout Charlotte Flair is injured. Liv Morgan went to jail. We could robot this shit all day, bro, but we don't. We get throw a little spice behind it. So, Al, thanks for liking and subscribing, bro. Anyway, that's going to be it. Hey, keep giving us comments. We love it. We love it. Keep giving us comments. We're good with that. We're good at that. So, ran over 21 minutes into the video, and we've talked about absolutely nothing. But we are going to get into this right here. Tony versus Jinder. Now, I'm not sure who I'm taking here.
Oh boy.
You guys up to date on what's going on here with Tony and Jinder? Because I know Alpha 492579.
You know he's on it.
I hope that's his PIN code for his fucking debit card. You prick. I know he's up to date, but are you guys up to date on the Jinder versus Tony?
Oh yeah.
Right. So
I've been reading the tweets. I've been trying to going back and following the thread through. Even the Eric Bischoff comments. Oh, it's been great.
Tony Khan does not have anybody watching his social media accounts.
Yeah, no, he does it himself. So Al, make sure you go over to Eric Bischoff and tear his fucking ass up because he's a piece of shit. Anyway, Tony versus Jinder. This all started. They announced that next Monday that Jinder was going to face Seth Rollins for the heavyweight title. Right?
Yep.
Now, whether I agree or you guys agree, first off, do you guys think that Jinder deserves this title shot?
He's a former WWE champion. I mean,
Sure.
get him in the mix. Get him in the mix. Well,
Hulk Hogan.
I'd rather see Jinder wrestle right now than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. One leg drop and Hogan's out for good.
So, my opinion on it is, I think if you're going to fight for a title, you need to earn the right to fight for a title. That's just my opinion.
True, but
if I could just walk into a building and say, give you the evil eye or fart your way, and you give me a title shot, man, what is the purpose of the Royal Rumble or these other shows that or these other pay-per-views that have or these other Raw or SmackDown that have number one contender matches? What's the point in all that if you're just going to have a guy come in, say something stupid to you, and then you just get a match?
But Seth is the fighting champion, so he doesn't care if you're a number one contender or some catering guy. He says it every week. He's there to put the title on the line, step right up. So,
okay. Well,
Jinder
I like
says he wants a shot.
I like a fighting champion. And whether it's Jinder, we haven't seen Jinder forever, so I'm okay with it being Jinder. We all know Jinder's not winning this title next week.
Oh, hell no.
He's not winning this title. And I'm sure there's going to be some schmaz here in between or the night of where Seth gets his ass handed to him. But I'm okay with it. So here's how it kind of started. So Tony Khan tweeted after the announcement, a moral victory for USA is one win more than their world title.
Hold on. That's not the first tweet. The first tweet was the Hook tweet.
Oh, double standard.
Yeah.
My bad. At 7:30 Hook, 28-1 career record on winning streak, calls out the champ. A logical challenge sparks online outrage. Jinder has literally lost every singles match in the past year. Has he wrestled? I don't even know. Immediately gets a title shot. Where is the outrage? Hashtag AEW Dynamite tomorrow on TBS.
I love how Tony ends his thing with a plug every time. It's
smart guy. He's a smart guy because 7 million people saw that tweet.
Yeah, and about 5.5 million ripped him a new butthole over it, and it was hysterical.
Did Alpha Omega rip him a butthole?
Yeah. No, he's too busy. He's too busy ripping us a new butthole. So
All right, and then okay, and then Tony Khan tweeted. The moral victory for USA is one of the more that there is a world title challenger. Jinder Mahal has in the past 364 days because Jinder Mahal has it in the past 364 days because that must be a Coke tweet. because if it's been literally a full year since he won a match, you really put the AEW in our place, getting Jinder Mahal in a big match on TV on your TV show. Do it more often. Now,
Well, and the funny thing is that's in response to USA Network tweeting some random person out there about what the cage match
cage match. What are the cage match ratings?
Yeah.
And that comes on the heels of Tony Khan on the call right before World's End, talking about, they asked him about his process behind booking, and he talks about how he goes to cagematch.com for all of his information on how he should book, because that's where they give the most accurate, feedback, not the fans, not the ticket sales, all that kind of stuff, which is absolutely hysterical that they called USA Network calls him out in a kind of in a backhanded way. And this whole thing blows up over the Jinder Mahal situation, also kind of in a roundabout way. So this whole thing, and then I don't know. Do you have Bischoff's tweets and stuff up?
I'm looking at it right now. Bischoff, no, at Bischoff, not true. Oh, wait a minute. Still bleeding here.
Mahal said, "Who the fuck is Hook?"
Yeah, who the fuck is Hook? Which I believe he has since taken down. Tony Khan, Eric Bischoff. Blah, 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 blah. I don't actually see Channeling, Joan Collins. I don't actually see.
I'll paraphrase. Basically, he kind of is like, "Who the heck is Hook?" And Tony puts up, which has also been taken down, something to the effect of "Get away."
He wanted to know if it was true or if it was in a bot.
Yeah, something about
yeah.
Yeah, he posted that. There was a whole bunch of back and forth between Bischoff and Khan, which was absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, they were arguing over. See, Abaddon just showed back up and got a title.
He said, "Get out of my sight, you miserable has-been."
That's the one.
Abaddon returned to AEW and then won a 4-way match on TNT against other great wrestlers and earned a title shot, which is completely different than someone going a full year of losing every match they're in, plus getting a title shot without a single win. So,
and then Coachman tweeted, "We also used to get amused at fans who counted wins like wrestlers earned them. Hell, if Vince wanted, I could have been world champion, but the storyline didn't support it. It's about the story, clearly not wins in a predetermined space. Thought a boss would understand that."
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp. We used to see wrestling companies drive Jeeps up to the opposing company's venue, doing their tent skits, giving away results, and trying to fight each other at the Alamo. Tweets? You're all mad over tweets? A little comment of the Hall of Fame and stuff. Come on, LOL. That's Sean Ross Sapp. Yeah, so, I mean, does Tony need to get off the coke? I mean, what is going on here with Tony? Does he just need to let go? I think it's good to watch other people's programming and just to keep up what's going on. But Tony, man, you need to pay attention to your own shit, bro.
They need somebody to put a passcode on his phone, and not only somebody that is authorized to unlock it for him can unlock it for him at specific times. He is not allowed to unlock his phone at any other time. They just need to get the phone out of his hand and just, as far away from him as possible.
Agreed. But
here's my interesting take on it. I will try to be as quick as I can with this. I know it's almost impossible with me, but there's a couple of things.
Play the Scotty's Eye video.
There's a couple of things going into this that I think is hysterical. One, Tony Khan is the less famous version of Paris Hilton.
Where did you steal that from, Scott?
No, nowhere. This is something I've been thinking about the last week and a half. Ever since listening to Tony's comments from the media scrum, from the phone call before, he is, and then of course this whole Twitter thing. he is the less famous version of Paris Hilton, because there's only 3 groups of people that really know who Tony Khan is, and that's soccer fans over in England for Fulham, the Jaguar fans, and wrestling fans. Those are the only 3 groups that know who Tony Khan is. Everybody outside of this bubble of those 3 have no idea who Tony Khan is, could care less who Tony Khan is. But we discuss it because we know who he is, so it makes him famous, and he becomes the Paris Hilton of our world because we know who he is. But
I think it's great. The ratings are up, and we're flying high, bro. We're flying high. Let Tony be Tony.
I say let Tony get off Twitter, get off the coke, and just focus on him.
That's not our real opinion. Scotty's just saying that. That's not our real opinion. We don't know if he's on coke. I've never sold him coke.
No. He might be a Pepsi guy. No, actually, he's not a Pepsi guy because he got rid of him. So,
true. I think he's definitely like Red Bull or some bullshit like that.
But here's the thing. Here's the other thing, though, that gets me about the Jinder Mahal comment. All right. First of all, and I've heard a lot of different people's takes on it, and I agree with all of them. If you want to make a comment like that about Hook, that's one thing. Don't bring the other company into it. And the thing that gets me specifically about the Hook Jinder comparison. All right. In the last year, okay, Hook is on a 28-1 win streak. Big whoop. The thing that gets me is I've seen enough clips of Dynamite. You guys have told me enough of what you've seen of Dynamite. Where has Hook been? Have we seen Hook? Have we seen him wrestle? Where's this 28-1 win streak coming from? If it's coming from Rampage, nobody watches Rampage.
Well, I think it's coming from Rampage. I know he wrestles on Collision. Like he wrestles in different places.
Yeah. But again, if it's majority of the time Rampage, a show that no one watches, how are we supposed to know that one, Hook is on a 28-1 win streak? The fact that he's called out the champion, great. Like, to me,
did you just say if a Hook wrestles in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it happen? Is that what you just said?
Pretty much. But here's the thing. I look at it as they are. The comparison is equal in my view. If nobody's seen Hook wrestle and yet he's getting a title shot, what's the difference if nobody's seen Mahal wrestle and he's getting a title shot? That's the point I'm trying to make on this whole thing. They're about the same comparison here. So he's really throwing crap at the wall that really didn't need to be there. So yeah, take the phone out of Tony's hands. Just focus on your booking, what little bit you know how to do, and try to get your stories right. Don't worry about what the other company is doing. If the other company is crap, the other company will take care of itself and it will go into the toilet, whether you try to help it along or not.
We give crap to Tony and on a lot of different things with booking and losing money and whatnot. But you know what Tony Khan is really good at?
Stirring the pot.
Getting people to talk about Tony Khan. And you know what? A wise man once said, "I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." And that's what Tony Khan does. So good on Tony for.
And we just heard that here lately too. I think.
I don't remember. Honestly, don't remember where we heard
Punk.
that.
It's
no
Punk.
Shit, Scott. No shit.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Captain Obvious. All right, well, we're gonna move on. Sting. Did Sting have 2 opponents at Revolution?
I guess they got to keep Darby with him in case he gets knocked out too early in the match.
Last night, I guess it was announced. We're not exactly sure yet, but I think it is going to be Sting and Darby for Sting's final match. And last night, Sting shot a promo and the Young Bucks music hit. And I don't know if you've seen this yet. They have grown mustaches and they look debonair as fuck.
They have graduated to a higher form of douchebaggery.
what is the two crows, the black and white crows? What are they? Good and evil. I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of what the. I know that
these guys look like the good and evil version of butlers. They came out last night.
Yeah, they look a bit ridiculous.
They should be my butlers. I would.
I like the look. I like the look. They tried to sell him last night as going through a complete change, but
honestly, like Jason, for your style in the ring, that doesn't surprise me. Some of those outfits I've seen you wear, like I could see you getting that white jacket and getting lights put up and down the side of it. I could totally see.
I got both those. I really don't like. I might be sending these guys a cease and desist because I have both those jackets and I've worn both of them. So I don't. I don't know. But anyway, it looks like Sting and Darby are going to be facing the Young Bucks at Revolution. I think it's a little early. Revolution is until March. So what are we going to do in between now and March?
Super kick, maybe. I mean,
what it is. Well, they tried to super kick Sting. Was it last night they tried to super kick Sting, or another time and Sting just fucking ate it? So, good luck, super kicking Sting. He's a monster.
I'm wondering if this is one of Tony's throw darts at a name board to find Sting's final opponents. Like, I just find it very random that it's the Young Bucks.
I am honestly, like, to this point, I am laughing that they have not. I mean, I don't think it would happen, but then again, you never know with the guy. I'm surprised they haven't announced Flair versus Sting at Revolution as well. Like, you know, I mean, Flair's there. They're making all these Instagram. Like, if you look at their Instagram, Flair and Sting are on the Instagram like almost daily with new, hey, you know, join us here, join us there, you know. And I'm just like, when are they going to announce Flair and Sting as Sting's last opponent?
Did you guys watch Family Guy?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode where Herbert fights Franz, the German Nazi?
Yes.
And it's like, oh my god, it's hilarious. That would be Sting versus Ric Flair, where they're sitting there with walkers and canes trying to fight each other, and it's like, stop, pill break.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, I remember that.
This shit is hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
They better have like EMS teams around the ring at all times to make sure like one of them doesn't drop dead.
Are we glad it's not Ric Flair?
Yeah.
To
be honest, yes. I make light of it, but I'm glad they have like it. And if by some weird happenstance it does happen, oh boy, yeah. Now it's gonna be.
How about Sting versus Jeff Hardy?
Well, yeah, there's an interesting TNA rematch that we never got. So that could be interesting. Wow.
Are we glad?
Yeah.
Jeff says he feels like a ghost at AEW anyway.
All right. Well, I found what the Young Bucks remind me of. I'll give you guys a second here, boys, to see once it pops up on the screen. This is what they reminded me of.
Oh, I gotta get there.
Somebody in the chat, tell me who this is.
Owen, get after it.
Yeah, get after it.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, Spy versus Spy.
Yeah.
That's what reminded me of last night. Spy versus Spy as soon as they came out. So let's look at the chat real quick. Owen Hardy, what's up? They all didn't know Scotty was a Pepsi guy. Scotty's a whatever drink with sugar in it guy.
Yeah. Yep. I drink whatever I can drink.
Let's not get it twisted.
I am on a food and drink. I'm on a seafood diet. And all the food I see, I eat.
Randy Chris, Flair could barely move. that would be horrible. What trouble getting in the ring? I agree. I'm glad we're at this point. We're not seeing Flair.
Yeah.
And at this point, I mean, who fucking knows?
But yeah, if Tony gave him the green light to do it, you know damn well Flair's going to do it.
Exactly. Sadly,
he did chop somebody the other night. So
yeah, well, that's fine if he's just chopping people on the outside when he's managing Sting. Every time he takes a bump or a hit or something, I'm just like hold my breath.
Austin says, looked like something way before I was born. You're absolutely right, bro. It was way before you were born, I'm sure. So I think Spy versus Spy was on Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been all over. Like they even had like a run in the not comic book, but the weekly comics in the Sunday newspaper. They were in there. They had like a little like 3 or 4 cell column or a little 3 or 4 cell block that you'd see every week.
Gotcha.
So,
all right, we're gonna move on. TNA, we're back, baby. Rebranding Impact Wrestling to TNA. We got a pay-per-view this weekend. We're gonna talk to you in a couple seconds, or about in a couple seconds, which with no information should be real interesting talk.
It is our first show for the fantasy league as well.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I'm gonna tell you right now, Alpha 32579. We don't know a shit ton about it, so enjoy while you can or fast forward. TNA just got new belts. Did you guys see these yet?
I like them.
They look good. I give them credit. Like, not necessarily a fan of the name, but dang, those belts look pretty darn good.
Yeah, they don't look the same as all the WWE belts that look all the same pretty much. But yeah. The digital media one's still ridiculous.
Good looking belts. My only problem is the one in the far top right corner.
Yeah.
The Digital Media Championship belt. Gee, money.
Isn't that still held by Tommy Dreamer?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it is. And he's defending it this week. So, good looking belts. I think I don't know that Impact or TNA has done anything for them, but rebranding and just gets everybody excited about them. It's not going to help their TV rights. It's not going to. I don't think so. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Again, like I said, I'm not necessarily a fan of the name. I mean, it's a long dead reminder of the Vince Russo era of Impact, TNA, tits and ass wrestling and all that kind of stuff. And
it's actually not bad. If you get a chance to watch it, Scotty, and I know you're not a fan of it, but I don't know. It's not bad. It really isn't bad. It's not WWE. It's not AEW for sure.
Yeah.
It's not even ATCW, but
everything that happened in that era was bad, but there was just a lot of, it turned into the old WCW. It was
WCW 2.0.
Yeah,
isn't that what a lot of these organizations do? They try to grab things from when they watch wrestling and things that people were interested. I mean, it's the same thing that Tony Khan is doing. I mean, bringing in Edge and bringing in the Hardys and bringing in Daniel Bryan. Like, these are all stars that have sold tickets and sold pay-per-views, and so why not take advantage of that? If you get a chance to bring in a big top star, fucking do it. Rhino's a monster down there.
And Rhino is well worth it. Like, I mean, again, even at, what is he, 45, I think now, somewhere in there?
I think he's older than that.
He's older than that? Yeah. Again, he can still
great.
Yeah, he can still perform at a top level. And that's, again, I've always been a Rhino fan. I love what that guy can do. Certain people, I kind of, again, I can agree with you that, okay, sometimes it's good to capitalize on something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Look, I mean, the Edge situation, for example, right now. I love what Christian is doing as a heel. But for some reason, that feud that they have going on in AEW just doesn't do anything for me. It's like, it was interesting when he first came in. Like, ooh, what are they gonna do? Can they recapture the magic of what they had, in WWE and kind of translate and make it better? And it just Yeah, so I wish I could remember who it was that said there was a quote, and again, I won't get it completely right because I don't have it in front of me. But there was somebody out there that was talking about bringing stars in, and it's like, you know, there, it's like when you bring in the old stars, it's good for what it is, but it's not a needle mover. It's not a ratings mover. It's one of those things where
I don't agree. I don't agree. I think it is. I think it can be a rating depending on who the person is. If Dolph Ziggler showed up in Impact or TNA wrestling, you think it would move the needle?
Yeah,
I mean, it would move the
he's
needle, but
he's a well-known star.
Absolutely. If Mustafa Ali shows up in Impact Wrestling or TNA Wrestling, is it going to move the needle?
Yeah,
I think it will. Yeah.
yeah.
If Rick Boog shows up in TNA, is it going to move the needle?
Yeah, I doubt it.
For a minute, for about a minute, right? Anything
that-
to get them talking. Anything to get them talking.
That's what I agree with Ziggler and Mustafa as well. I mean, Dolph will move the needle for a minute. Ziggler, Mustafa will move the needle for a minute, but it's not a permanent solution. It's only a stopgap measure. You know, the companies need to be focusing on making their own stars and not just bringing back the people from a past era. Yes, it works for in the short. What did it's not quite applicable, but I think it will still make the point. Guys like Sid Vicious versus Arn Anderson. Sid Vicious can get you a house for draw you $1 million in one night. Arn Anderson can draw you $1 million over 4 or 5 years.
Well, you're talking about two known stars, though, right?
But the idea
you're contradicting yourself. You're saying that they should be working on or having their own people come in, or they're building their own people. But if I said to you, "Hey, man, I'm going home tonight, and I'm going to watch Chris Bay," what would you say to me? Fuck is Chris Bay?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Right. But the point, what I'm trying to say is the idea. It's when I use those guys as the example. The idea is like think about MJF and let's say MJF and Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy, like if you build him up enough, he'll draw you $1 million in one night. MJF will draw you $1 million in 4 or 5 years. That is over a 4 or 5 year period. I was just using the names as the example, but the idea is, you build your guys up. You find guys that aren't going to just draw you money in a short term, very quickly. In a run like that, you find guys that are going to last a long term and make you more money than you've ever made, previously. So that's the point I'm trying to make. It's not a contradiction. I just use the guys as an example. It's an old Cornette reference.
Well, the formula is, and it's the same thing from the top wrestling company to the bottom wrestling company. Let's say that ATCW, right? You have and you know these guys, but some of these people out here will not know the names. Jimmy Alpha, okay, Jonathan Cross, Travis Tarvin. They're not going to know these names. Ethan Cross. They're not going to know these names. But if I said, "Hey, I'm going to an indie show," and Matt Cardona is going to be there, you're going to go see Matt Cardona, and then you're going to learn about these other guys, and that's the formula. You get a big name to get people to view and watch, and maybe even though Cardona's not going to be here next week or whatever, he takes his digital media bullshit and goes away. You might come back to the show again because you liked Travis Tarvin or Ethan Cross or Jeremy Stone. Maybe that is the formula. The AEW
Chris Jericho, good example. He from the AEW's inception. Who has he built up as stars? He's got Sammy Guevara's name on the map. He's built up Orange Cassidy with a huge feud. He's elevated MJF with a huge feud, and that's happened over time. Yeah. Everybody knows those names now.
Yes, and that is honestly that's the formula. And
now, I would say,
Austin said it. Nostalgia does fade. I get it. Nostalgia does fade. And a lot of things fade in wrestling. If you don't have a good storyline, I don't care how good your guys are, that's going to fade. People are going to shit on it. So you use the big names to get people in, so you learn about guys like MJF and Jungle Boy Jack Perry, right? Would the regular fan would the regular fan know who Jack Perry was if CM Punk didn't front face lock him in the back room or the locker room? Probably not, right? Probably not. I mean, people have heard of Jungle Boy, but nobody researched Jungle Boy until CM Punk smacked the shit out of him, right? Nobody. Did you know who Ace Steel was? Did most people know who Ace Steel was until he bit a buck? Right? I mean, that's just how it is. You use the big stars to build up the small stars till they become big stars, right? MJF is going to be a big star somewhere.
He already is.
Well, he is a big star, and he was a decent star coming in.
Yeah.
But AEW has put him on the map. There's other guys that's put Jericho, Kenny Omega. They have put MJF on the map.
See, I honestly disagree. I think MJF put himself on the map more than what Jericho did for him, but that's just me. So,
yeah.
I mean, he had a good feud. He had a good feud with Jericho, and MJF had a pretty solid feud there over a year ago. And MJF was, I mean, he had only had one world title shot up, until that point. He wasn't really, I mean, what had he done at that point? He won Dynamite Diamond rings.
Who put Chris Jericho over back in the day when he showed up in WCW?
No one.
Wasn't it Eddie Guerrero?
It was Guerrero,
and Malenko, and Rey Mysterio. Like, it was all those guys that they put Chris Jericho on the map.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
That's how it works.
I was thinking Goldberg, and Goldberg didn't put anybody on the map. They put Well,
Goldberg put people in the IR, on the IR, and in the
Look at everybody that Rich Holland touches. They puts him on the map. I mean, it's a map. It's a map to the hospital, but whatever. All right, so we have a pay-per-view coming up this weekend. TNA rebranding Hard to Kill. Now, they have shown no matches leading up to this. It's all been old stuff. They have no build up to this at all. I don't know if you guys have noticed this.
I've read the match card. It looks like a lot of one of the random shows I think we did our fantasy picks on last year at some point.
You really kind of. I mean, it is again. It's a lot of the same guys. You'll recognize some of these names. Is
Slamovich on this one?
She is not.
Yeah.
Well, then, Jason, you might not get screwed this time around.
I don't know what's going on with. I don't know why Masha's not in this, but maybe she's not. Maybe she's out of there. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about her being gone, but who knows?
Well, they still have the tag titles, right?
They should. I mean, as far as I know, they do, because they didn't show us who won them last time and who lost them. So anyway,
Deonna Purrazzo didn't win them because she's in AEW.
Yep, she's in AEW now. So, all right, let's get to it. We have digital. Wait a minute, what is this?
It's a no DQ match for the Digital Media Championship. Tommy Dreamer versus Crazy Steve, and this is one of 3 pre-show matches.
Who the frig is Crazy Steve?
Well, there you go. Scotty. You don't even know who Crazy Steve is, but I guarantee you, Tommy Dreamer is going to put him on the board.
Yeah,
on pre-show.
Yeah, on the pre-show. Crazy Steve, he wears makeup. Like he's crazy. I mean, it's pretty much he says it, right?
Sounds like he's something that comes off the Howard Stern show. Crazy Steve.
Crazy Steve. Yeah, he's right there beside Artie Lang. Who do you got in this? Tommy Dreamer is a champion versus Crazy Steve.
I don't see Dreamer.
Belt that don't mean shit.
Yeah, I don't see Dreamer losing this belt to Howard Stern throwaway reject. So yeah, I'm taking Dreamer on that one.
Yeah, I'm taking Dreamer too. I don't know what it is about Digital Media Championship, but every time that comes up, I just think it should be something Cardona's holding.
Yeah,
that's where it came from.
Well, yeah.
That's where it came from.
Like, that's synonymous to Cardona, like the 24/7 was to R-Truth.
I'm not picking.
I'm surprised Tony hasn't come up with his own digital media title, and he'd be the one to hold it, considering he's the champion of all of their digital media right now.
All right. Well, I'm not picking Tommy Dreamer. I'm picking Robin Quivers. I believe she's going to win this. There is a match: Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian versus Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards.
Yep. Also pre-show.
Pre-show match.
Wait a minute. Who is in AEW? Who is Kazarian hooked up with? Who is his?
He was with like the team from California. The dude that's
SCU. It was
SCU. It was the dude
Daniels,
that was,
Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels, yeah, the Fallen Angel.
Okay. For some, I was like, because I was thinking, did they split up the tag team and Kazarian and because I was like, I thought Kazarian and Eddie Edwards were together as a team, but okay, that's right.
Well, him and Eddie Edwards just came off like a 3 pay-per-view battle.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because Eric Young, Kazarian, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards.
I'm going with Eric Young just because of the Wyatt family connection. I like the guy, so I think him and Kazarian will take it.
Okay.
Flip a fucking coin for me.
Right.
Yeah, give me Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian.
I'm going with Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. I think Brian Myers is going to hit Eric Young with the big rubber guy.
And you think Cardona will come out of the back and celebrate? Or
Wouldn't be surprised if he hits him with the Death Rider or whatever he calls
the Rough Rider.
Rough Rider.
He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out and hijack that digital media title.
Sure, I wish he would and take it back with him. Sick of it. All right, another pre-match show: Rich Swann versus Steve Macklin.
Wasn't
Crickets.
You for a while?
No, he was with the two. He was in 205, right? 205, and then there was some like spousal abuse allegations, and they released him, and then he got cleared of it.
That's right.
Whatever happened with that, but yeah. Who you got?
Swan.
Yeah, same.
All right, I'm going with Steve Macklin because, well, I can't say it.
You're
I like Steve Macklin.
You're going to be very contrary today. You're just
I am going to be contrary, and I'm going the opposite way in all of them.
Yeah.
TNA Tag Team Champions. You got ABC, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay. There you go, Scotty. There's Chris Bay. Bullet Club, ABC. Versus Grizzled Young Veterans, James Drake and Jack Gibson.
Fresh from WWE.
Right. Well, they asked for the release, didn't they?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it's funny. They shot a video saying they were getting ready to take over the world, blah, 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 and they end up in TNA. The Radicals.
Rascals.
Trey Miguel. Yeah, the Rascals, sorry. The Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz versus Mike Speedball Bailey and Trent Seven. Who you got?
So
give me the Grizzled Young Vets on this one.
This is a 4-way?
4-way for the tag titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. That's exactly what I was going for too. I was going to go for the Grizzled Young Veterans because I thought I've seen their stuff. They're pretty darn good. So I could go. I'm going to go with the Grizzled Young Veterans on this one.
Austin also, and this is good. Austin's paying attention here. Frankie Kazarian was also with Scorpio Sky.
That's who
that was the third member of SCU.
Yeah, it was Scott.
SCU.
Yep, that's right.
Who did you go with? Who'd you go with, Rick?
The Grizzled Young Vets.
Scotty?
Same. Grizzled Young Vets.
Damn it. I'm going with Grizzled Young Vets too because they're taking over the world.
Yeah. Freshly signed.
You have Josh Alexander versus Alex Hammerstone.
Ooh. I'm gonna take me some Alexander Hammerstone. I like the guy. I've seen a lot of his stuff. I watched some of the clips of his MLW stuff.
Used to
Yeah,
be with MJF.
yeah, he used to be with MJF back in the day. So, yeah, I like Hammerstone. I'm gonna go with him as my pick for that match.
Same.
All right. I'm going with Hammerstone also. Knockouts Ultimate X match: Giselle Shaw versus Zaya Brookside versus Jody Threat versus Tasha Steeles versus Alicia Edwards versus Danny Luna.
I don't even remember half of those names. Jeez.
Is this Knockouts Ultimate X? It's Ultimate
It's a
X. So
number
it's not
one.
title.
Yeah, it's a number one contender match
Gotcha.
for the world championship.
All right.
So
Well, I'm going with Tasha Steeles.
Same, because sounds like a porn star name.
Yeah. Really quick, is this the one where they had the rope strung out over the ring and then you got to climb?
There's a big X going across the top of the ring post, I think, and there's like a contract or something they got to climb up and go across to get or something like that.
Gotcha. You know what? I'm going to go with you guys. Steel, I think, is going to take this one. I mean, sounds like a good name. So, because I have no idea who the rest of the women were.
All right, we have.
The heck was that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Trying to Google it. All right. Anyway, we got our next match will be the X Division Championship: Chris Sabin versus Kushida versus El Helio del Vikingo. Who you got?
Chris Sabin's retaining this one.
Yeah, Sabin. I like his work. So, and out of all the guys, other than I've seen a little bit of Vikingo, but I think Sabin's work is better.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, AAA El Vikingo flippity doo dah. Yeah, he does all right.
I'm going with Kushida here, winning the X Division Championship.
ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yep, going with Kushida.
So
I
basically,
can't wait to see these fantasy scores on the first round.
so
right.
you're going with the Asian Marty McFly?
I absolutely am. I am. I like the man that time forgot. Whatever happens, he can always go back in time and fix what he did wrong and win this championship. TNA Knockouts champion Trinity versus Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace.
Butterface.
Oh, that is terrible.
Easy. We don't make fun of people on this show.
That's right. And she could fucking squat you, Scotty.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Hey, it wasn't even my nickname for her. So.
I'm going to introduce you sometime to her. I'm going with Jordan Grace. I love Jordan Grace, and Trinity's on her way
back to WWE.
Yeah, I'll go with Jordan. So,
you have Alex Shelley versus Moose for the TNA World Championship.
I feel like this when we made picks on about 3 times last year.
Yeah.
Moose?
No, I feel like Alex Shelley we picked like a million times in different.
I've never picked Alex Shelley, and he fucking wins
every time.
So I'm looking at this, and this is for Moose. This is Moose's Feast or Fired World Title match.
Oh, so if he doesn't win, he's gone.
And I've heard nothing about Moose leaving the company.
Well, I guess I'm taking Moose this time, even though every time last year I took Moose, he fucking lost.
Well, then I'm not taking Moose then, because if you're taking Moose, he's going to lose.
Yeah.
Well, if he loses, he's getting fired.
I'm going to take Alex Shelley. I think, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how this one goes, but I'm going to take Alex Shelley on this one.
Fuck you. I'm putting all my chips in on Moose.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Well, it should be pretty interesting if
You got one more. There's one
fantasy. Oh, what's it? What's the last one?
more. Dirty Dango versus PCO.
Oh, how did I miss that?
I don't know.
PCO to win that.
Quebecer Pierre. How do you like those two guys? Like Dirty Dango is probably one of the coolest fucking names out there, but
because that's
going
Fandango, right?
Yeah, that was Fandango.
Yeah. I like I like everything PCO does. I do love a good dance though.
We gotta say Prince Nana though to get the good dance. There we go.
I do like a good dance, but I'm definitely going with I'm going with PCO here.
Yeah, it's gonna be some interesting scores coming off this first fantasy.
Oh yeah,
round.
3s and 2s and 1s. I can see right now.
Does Posey even watch wrestling?
Yeah, he does. He pays attention.
Does?
Yeah, he pays attention.
Okay. I wasn't sure that. Like when I saw you added him to the group, I was like, he just doesn't seem like a wrestling guy to me, or I've just never heard that he watched it.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was going to be the new Damien.
He might end up being anyway. He watches the main stuff. He doesn't watch Impact, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
He does know.
We don't either. So,
all right, we're gonna wrap it up here with a little segment we like to call "Whoa Pow." It is. It is not the Jonathan Cross edition. That one will come at a later time when I'm out of stuff to talk about here. But we're going to go with Whoa Pow number 1. This one is unbelievable. This is more like a Whoa Pow. This is more like just an awesome move. Beautiful. What do they call that in the chat? What do they call that? A shooting star into a DDT. Pretty cool.
On the top, shooting star.
That's a pretty awesome move. That's gonna be my finisher. If I could ever climb the top of the ropes, that's going to be my finisher. All right, this one is from last night in AEW. We got Darby in the swing, and then wow! Oh my God, another neck on the ropes.
Oh my God!
How is he alive? Oh my God! Can you explain to me how Darby is still alive?
I do not know.
This guy, I'm saying
he's a walking painkiller.
Something bad.
He's a walking painkiller.
I don't know how he does it. I really don't. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm surprised he's like exploded in the dust. It's ridiculous. So good on Darby there for making sure that bottom rope was tight. All right. This next one is an old clip that I found from a long time ago. This one is definitely from AAA Mexico. Little bitty whoop pow on top of the head, and then we got a whoop pow. Yeah. So little person in a monkey suit. I love it. I could watch that all day long. Yeah, this is old, but I had to bring this one out. I love this double whoop pow. Look like Cody Rhodes laying on the ground there. Not sure. Yeah, not sure who that was. Either that or a younger Fit Finley. Yeah, maybe. We gotta go to sleep, and this absolutely put him to sleep. Wow! Disconnected. I believe disconnected perfectly. Didn't hit him on the chin, hit him under the chin in the throat. Probably still laying on the mat, if you ask. Man, I'm still bleeding. 2 more. We got Whoop Pow number. I'm about to. We have Whoop Pow number 5. We got piss out of each other, man. Beat the piss out of each other. And last but not least, this is my favorite one.
Stormbreaker
This one was
again.
from,
Stormbreaker. Oh no!
dude, this was Kenny
Jesus
Omega.
Christ.
And anybody wants to know why
Stormbreaker
Kenny
again.
Omega so
Stormbreaker.
fucking beat up?
Oh no!
I believe
Jesus
was this
Christ.
MJF? No, who was this?
Stormbreaker
who did
again.
this?
Stormbreaker. Oh no! Jesus!
I cannot remember who did
Stormbreaker
this.
again. Stormbreaker. Oh no! Jesus!
I can't remember who this was. This was last year.
Oh no!
Kenny was absolutely spiked
Stormbreaker again.
on his head.
Stormbreaker.
Tiger driver, right? That's a tiger driver.
Stormbreaker again. Stormbreaker.
So if anybody wants to know why Kenny Omega has
Jesus.
got diverticulitis,
Stormbreaker again.
and
Stormbreaker.
broken neck,
Oh no!
and,
Jesus.
this is exactly why.
Stormbreaker again.
Kenny
Stormbreaker.
Omega. Wow! So
Jesus.
yeah, that's gonna be it for Wopow. Yeah,
That was
crazy.
another Rick Knox match.
Yeah, definitely Rick Knox. I didn't know. Oh, it was Offspray. Thank you, Offspray. Yes. We got a new
Give him the X. Give him the X.
Yeah. Count the 3 first, then give him the X.
No, he's got to do the move over again twice and then count the 3 and then give him the X.
Yeah, Owen thought it was Cass. There's no way it could be Cass because
No, he would. No.
yeah, it wasn't a high enough off the ground, but it definitely looked like Offspray. Or Overspray. So anyway, that's going to do it here for Hardway Wrestling. Boys, you got anything else before we get out of here? I'm losing blood.
Yeah,
I'm losing consciousness.
if you fall down and out, we're gonna have to throw the X up.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the ambulance come by 10 minutes ago.
Hold on. Rick Knox said, keep it going. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
He's got
Going?
it in
All
the
right.
pieces. He said, keep going.
Get the
Keep
pizza
going.
cutter. Do it again.
I don't even know where it's at. Anyway, that's going to do it here for Hardway Wrestling. Thank you again. We appreciate all the support. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Tell your friends. Anybody new on here? We got a bunch of new people on the Facebook page. Welcome to the Facebook page. I think we just welcomed like 30 new people to the Facebook
Yeah.
page. So I know you guys have the YouTubes. Get out
Yeah.
there and like and subscribe us. I don't
There's
care.
787 views. Why isn't there 787 new subs?
That is absolutely exactly. We're that bad. We're that bad. So, but thank you to Alf
Hey,
for keeping us in check.
what about? Are we gonna announce the event for next Friday?
I wasn't prepared to announce it. We're gonna announce it.
Get that out there. We're gonna do it on Monday.
We're gonna announce it on Monday.
All right.
We're only gonna announce it on Monday, and it's on our Facebook page. Everybody who's seen it on our Facebook page, we do have an event next Friday, but the place only holds about 120 people, and we do not want to bombard the place. So I believe,
and I count for about 50 of them. So you know,
Well,
double seat on Scotty. We have a Voltage after show hosted by Hardway Wrestling.
get Voltage tickets.
What's that?
Get Voltage tickets.
Get Voltage tickets?
Yeah, go see.
I was
go
not
see
giving
the-
Voltage tickets to give away.
No, I didn't say give away their tickets. I'm telling the peeps watching to go get Voltage tickets.
The last time I heard, there was only 8 tickets left.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's a TV taping, so it should be pretty interesting. So, yeah, we'll announce that. We'll announce that on Monday. But yeah, if you've seen it on our Facebook page, take a look at that. If you're a part of that, if you're not a part of that, go ask to be a part of it, and don't send us porn.
yeah.
So, again, for Hardway Wrestling, Ricky and Scott and myself, thank you so much,
Mr.
and we'll see you
Puffers.
next time.
On the hard way.
Peace.